Hi, everyone. We are going over 1.4, Biologist Tools and Technology. Our key concept today, technology continually changes the way biologists work, and not just biologists, all kinds of scientists. Imaging technology, that's technology that just produces some kind of image. A microscope is the typical tool of technology of a scientist. It provides an enlarged image of an object. A light microscope is what we have in class that hopefully we will be using if everybody turns in enough of their safety contracts and corrects their safety tests. There are also scanning electron microscopes and transmission electron microscopes that are stronger. A light microscope uses light, mirrors, and magnifying lenses to enlarge an object. Light passes through it to help us see it. It passes through the object. So you can see on the right, that is a structure of a plant cell called a chloroplast. With a stoma in the middle, the light is actually passing through the bottom of that object to illuminate it and enlarge it for us to see. And it will show actual color. We're actually looking at the object. A scanning electron microscope shows a little bit more detail, but it only scans the surface of an object, and it scans it with a beam of electrons. The surface is coated with metal that detects the electrons, and then a computer forms a 3D image and will give it color. So that image is actually black and white. The computer colorizes it for us, but a scanning electron microscope shows the surface of something really, really big. Well, something really small, and it makes it really big. A transmission electron microscope transmits electrons through a thin slice of a specimen. It will provide more detail than a scanning electron microscope. And again, a computer will give it color. You can see in the top right. So I'll move me. You can see in the top right, you have a picture of a transmission electron micrograph is what the picture is called. The microscope is the actual instrument. But the bottom half, that little slice on the bottom, is black and white. That is how the picture turns out. And then the computer will give it color. And then on the bottom, there's a little GIF on how the electrons get kind of sprayed onto the specimen on the bottom, and then it's all hooked up to a computer, and then the computer generates the image. Medical tools and technology. Imaging is used in medicine. If you've ever broken a bone or had a suspected broken bone, you've had some kind of an X-ray. They're used to view hard structures like bones. If they think there's more damage, you have what's called an MRI, which stands for magnetic resonance imaging. And that imaging technology is used to show both bones and then soft structures like tendons, ligaments, and sometimes even muscles. And then computer models. Some things cannot be studied directly. The spread of disease through a population is what the GIF is simulating right there. Scientists cannot give a population a disease just to see how it would progress through that population. It is unethical. Scientists did that one time. It's called the Tuskegee syphilis experiment. And they let syphilis run through a population of African-American people in, I believe, the South somewhere. And it wasn't good. They got in a lot of trouble for doing that. But so computer models are used when actual experiments are not safe, ethical, or practical. A lot of times, scientists like seismologists who study earthquakes use a lot of computer models because you can't cause an earthquake just because you want to study it. So they have to build some kind of a model to be able to study it. That is 1.4. You have a test this week. It will be, as of now, it will be tomorrow, Wednesday, 9/11. You will be able to use your notes and worksheets, so make sure those are all done. You have to take it on a Chromebook, not a phone, so make sure you bring your Chromebook and or a charger. It is worth 100 points, and you will not be able to retake it. You have already seen all the questions in the Kahoots and the Check for Understanding quizzes, so study those, make sure those are done first.